my name is Beatriz Lara, and I'm going to show you how I code my ICD-10 coding diagnosis. So, introduction. ICD-10 is a standard transaction code set for diagnostic purposes under the HIPAA, which is Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. It is used to track healthcare statistics, diseases burden, quality outcomes, mortality statistics, and billing. The ICD-10 book that you see here has 21 chapters and is divided into two sections. The beginning, which is the alphabetical index, it's all in gray section. And the tabular list, which is the colorful section that you see here, is a chronological list of codes divided into chapters based on body system or condition. So the way I code is I read the diagnosis, I begin the process by looking for the main term from the diagnosis. Once you find the main term, you look for it in the alphabetical index, which will be here in the beginning of your book. You can also review the subterms to find the most specific code available. I make a note of the code numbers, letter exactly how it is written. If you can see here, just randomly finding one, you can see a code right here on the side. You make a note of that code. You direct yourself to the tabular list of diseases, and you use the code found in the alphabetical index to find the exact word of the diagnosis in the tabular list. The correct code should be on the left side of your diagnosis. So for example, I have schizophrenia. So we're going to go to the S section. And you will find schizophrenia right here, F20.9. And you'll see other terms along with schizophrenia, but all I have is just a schizophrenia. So F20.9. You'll go through your tabular list. And you will find it in chapter 5, mental, behavioral, and neurodevelopmental disorders. Schizophrenia F20. So your exact code would be the F20, not the F20.9. For a second example, I have intestinal parasitism, unspecified. So we go back to our alphabetical index. And we look at the T section, of course, because, I'm sorry, not the T section, the P section. Parasitism, that is the main term that I decided would give me intestinal. I did look for the subterm intestinal, but when I looked it up, it had not given me parasitism. Which I'll show you. So I'm looking for it alphabetically for intestinal, which I found that to be my subterm. I probably should. So right here is your section, internal interrogation, interstitial. There's no intestinal term here for the alphabetical diagnosis, so that's why I chose to go to parasitism. When you find parasitism, it will guide you to page 455, chapter 1. and you will find it here. Intestinal parasitism, unspecified. And you will see it exactly how it is written diagnosed. And you will see your code is the B82.9. Now another example, which could be a little difficult since it has a lot more terms going on. Toxic effect of unspecified gases, fumes, and vapors, assault. The main term of this diagnosis would be toxic. So when you go to your alphabetical index, you will find the word toxic here. Toxic, see also condition. Well, we're looking for toxic effect. Toxic effect, and you will see toxic effect right below it, and it says see table of drugs and chemicals by substance poisoning. So we go to our table of drugs and chemicals, which is right after the alphabetical index. And we will look up either fumes or gas. So here's fumes, and we're looking for assault, poisoning assault. So when you go down, you will get T59.93. So you go to the T section, which is going to be in chapter 19. You can look through the pages right here at the corner, and they are all alphabetical as well as numerized. And you can see here toxic effect. You will look through it and find for the one that has unspecified gas, fumes, and vapors, and that keyword assault, T59.93. And that is just how I code for my ICD-10 diagnosis.